Our meteorologist Jamey Singleton on this sweltering Friday, and it's very important we tell you never to leave a child or a pet inside a car on conditions like this. Even on an 80-degree day, you can still cook something in this. Now, we have supervision around us here, so in case I flake out, everything's okay. So don't do this at home, basically. We have prepared ourselves and we've staged this, and we're going to be okay. But I'm going to have my thermometer in here, and it's just come from inside. That'll be going up, and a timer, and I'm going to be showing you how fast your car will heat up when you leave somebody or a pet or anything in it, and just how hot it gets in just a quick matter of minutes probably. And I don't know how long I'm going to last, to be honest. I've got my light colored clothing on here, SNL, great show, wearing white, and I've got some Gatorade in the car just in case I need that. So we're kind of cheating it a little bit, like I mentioned. But you know, a child or a pet, they don't have that option. They can't get out of the car if they need to. So again, everything is supervised here, but watch our demonstration. All right, guys, I'm inside the car. Kevin's at the tripod. We didn't want him to stand up. I'm going to turn the car on so I can roll the windows up. And I'm maybe going to leave them a little bit cracked, actually, and give it a little bit of, and actually close the sunroof. And I'm going to start my timer. There's the timer. Can you see that, Kevin? All right. And we are already at 91 degrees, and we're going to keep that going. As I'm sitting here, I can already sense that the dashboard's getting hot. Actually, it's been proven that the dashboards on these cars, your steering wheel and things like that, can heat up to over 200 degrees in conditions like this. So we're going to watch as this goes up. And again, we are only 30 seconds in, and we're watching this thing jump on up. 93 degrees now. We're going to check back in a couple of seconds. I'm starting to get some beads of sweat going here as well. So we're just going to sit this out, and I'll give you another update in just a second. If Kevin wants to get a little B-roll of me sweating or whatever, I'll leave that for him to see there. Okay, I'm looking here. It's 105 degrees, and it's only been 4 minutes and 2 seconds. I don't know if Kevin can see my forehead or not. The beads of sweat are coming down. Definitely feeling a bit uncomfortable. So far, so good. I don't feel dizzy or anything like that, but it's getting hot very fast. Amazing to see this. Now we're at 108 degrees. So I imagine as I approach the 10-minute mark, we're going to see this really start to skyrocket. I can feel my steering wheel and my dashboard getting hot here as well. So as we are now I can feel the sweat on my lip here. 4 minutes, 30 seconds, 108 degrees as we continue to sit this out. And now my arms, Kevin, are beating with sweat as well. So we've told you that if you work outside or if you're stuck in a condition like this, that you can lose quarts, if not gallons of water in a given day. And you can definitely see how that's already affecting me now. My legs are getting sweaty as well. So we'll give you another update here in just a few minutes. Okay, folks, I just realized that when we took the thermometer out of the indoor air conditioning, it had to catch up to the 95 degrees. So now we're really starting to see it ramp up. We're now only 7 minutes and 34 seconds into this experiment. It's 118 degrees inside the car where I'm at. I'm sweating profusely at this point. It's starting to drip down my face. Amazing to see. 119 now. Just picture this. If you left your kid or a pet in the car, and if you were going inside Walmart or a store or something and you were in there for 10 minutes, already it's at 119 degrees out there. So just kind of reminding you that just a few minutes can take that temperature up in a real quick hurry. So even if you had your air conditioner on, you turned it off, and left somebody out in the car like this, it's going up in a real quick hurry. So as we near on 10 to 15 minutes, now we're at 120, we're gonna see how far we can get this up without me blanking out here. But so far so good, just getting really sweaty and starting to really feel the effects of this heat. Okay, now we're nearing in on 10 minutes, and Kevin, I'm afraid to even look at the temperature. 122 and climbing, and we are at 9 minutes 51 seconds. 124 now. It's going up by 2 degrees. Can you see my condition here? I have not only beads of sweat on my arm, but they're condensing into huge droplets of sweat even on the inside of my arm. Shirt's basically all wet. It's starting to drain down into my eyes, the sweat is. I am feeling a little bit dizzy right now, I'll be honest with you. I feel like I'm still here. I have my emergency Gatorade I've been drinking just in case, but definitely starting to feel a little bit slightly suffocated as the sun continues to beat down on you. So we get closer to 15, we'll see what can happen. But you know, a smaller child or a pet definitely by now would have, without being prepared under this controlled environment, would have probably had some problems by now. Okay, well, we are at 14 minutes and 35 seconds in. That's just shy of 15 minutes, and we are at 134 degrees. Now, we did start out at just about 80-some, 90 degrees, I think, when we got in here. I can tell you physically, I'm now starting to feel it. Now, once you get to the 10 to 15 minute mark, the sweat by this point almost becomes secondary to just being able to talk and being able to physically kind of get your bearings. I'm getting a little bit dizzy. But the sweat is pouring off of my arms, actually, dripping off my arms down onto my pants. I never knew I could sweat this much. So it's amazing to see just how much is coming out of me. And now we're at 135 degrees. And again, if this was a pet situation or an elderly person or whatever, or a child in a car, this would definitely not be a good thing at all. Okay, folks. We had to go by the timer on the camera now. It's been 20 minutes, but it got so hot in here that our timer quit working. I'm up to 140 degrees. Been in here 20 minutes. It's time to come out. And Kevin, I want you to just come in here for a second and look at the sweat that was on the dashboard here that cut off my arms. You can see my arms glistening there in the sweat, both of them. And on my pants, this is where the sweat was actually dripping off my elbow onto the my khakis here. And not to mention, let me get up here for a second and see how I feel. Oh yeah, definitely feel dizzy. Definitely feel dizzy, but I'm here. We had a bunch of folks out here watching us. 140 degrees in 20 minutes, and we probably achieved most of that. We got up to like, what, 115 in just a few minutes, Kevin, before this gave out. And I think some of this plastic stuff actually melts after a while. But you can see it's just draining down my face. It's getting in my contacts. And again, heat exhaustion, heat stroke. I might have a little bit of that going on right now, so I'm going to suck down some Gatorade and take it inside and get some cool rags going. But I wanted to show you how dangerous and how quickly a car can heat up like this. And we even had it, again, a little bit ventilated, and that's how quickly it happens. So stay safe out there. See, I'm mumbling now. Stay safe out there in the heat. It's going to be hot all weekend. I'm meteorologist Jamey Singleton.